nobody cares about the story that it was all just a straight path and everything worked out, right? Everything went to plan. I did an interview for a book yesterday. We talked about it a little bit last night. And the guy asked me, name something that hasn't gone to plan in your life. I said, an easier question would be name something that has gone to plan in my life, right? Everything hasn't gone to plan, but it's made the story that much more beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And we're able to sit here and you just expounded for 5 minutes about your story that looked like a zigzag line. And when you look back, it was really more of a straight path than you probably even thought. You told me a story which will stick with me for a while, and it was about the spring break week that all of the students were gone, all of your classmates were gone, and you were in the classroom essentially studying and doing a project. And without me telling the story for you, give them, the audience, a little insight on the story. Tell it, because I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But it's kind of why we're sitting here today, is because that's the type of person that you are.
Yeah. I think I made some, I don't know if maybe some enemies from that story, but so we're in the middle of getting ready to build these cabins that we built 14 cabins in Leadville, Colorado, and I'm sitting there, and it was the Friday that we started spring break, and everybody had left the studio, and everybody was gone, and I was still in the studio working, and I forget exactly what I was working on, and all of a sudden these two people start coming in, and we had built a mock-up of this cabin that we were working on, and so that it was on display. Everybody from the school was coming in to look at it, and all the different partners that we had on the project were coming in, and these people were coming in. They were shooting the place or shooting pictures of the cabin, and they started. I started talking to them, and then they were like, "Oh, can we interview you? We're with the school marketing team. Can we interview you for an article?" And then it was probably 2 or 3 weeks later, I see the article. And it was just titled, "We've Got Work to Do." And so they talk about how I was in the studio when everybody had already checked out for spring break, and I was still in the studio working. And so part of the message of it doesn't matter where you start, but where you finish is show up.